I think the Mondragon example represents a number of things that are very important. One, it's integrated cooperative development. So in much of the rest of the cooperative world, cooperatives have developed in silos. So you have the financial cooperatives here, and the agricultural cooperatives here, and the worker cooperatives over there, and the housing cooperatives somewhere else. And not a lot of cooperation among those different types of cooperatives, not a lot of understanding even from one type of cooperative to another. In Mondragon, they simply approach it in a unified way, and so they foster adapting the cooperative business model to every sector of the economy, whether it's retail or whether it's heavy industry or light industry or technology-based industry. It doesn't make any difference. They've also managed to create their own social security system. They've owned their own university. They are based on a very strong educational platform. They have a network of research and development parks, Garia, which is something that I think is unique in the world of cooperatives. So they just have accomplished an enormous amount, and their commitment to each other, the commitment among the cooperatives to each other, is very, very high. The people in the so-called Three Valleys, where the Mondragon cooperatives are concentrated, were in the mid-50s in an area in the foothills of the Pyrenees where there was no rail. There was very little public services in terms of transportation. To get in, you had to drive on narrow, twisty mountain roads. And there was a high level of outmigration, which is something that is very common in the part of Canada where I come from, Atlantic Canada. I mean, we've suffered from outmigration for years. But here were these people in this region that seemed to be inhospitable to building an industrial base. And yet, when you drive on the four-lane highways into Mondragon today, you realize they built this base in this incredible situation. And they were enormously successful at it. And, you know, it leaves me thinking, are they smarter than people in Atlantic Canada? Are they smarter than people in Mongolia? Are they smarter than people anywhere? No, probably not. So what is it that we have to learn from them? Obviously, they did a lot of things right. And we need to understand what it is they did and why they did it and how they did it, and what made it so incredibly successful.